Alright guys, in this video I'm going to talk about two things. So diet and exercise and traditional versus non-traditional relationships, okay? And why feminism has worked so long and why feminine is the way that we are going towards right now and why feminine is, or why, what's it called? Why feminism is the way we're going and why it's been like that for a while. Okay, so now in terms of diet and exercise, I want to lose weight. Now I look very, very good. You're like, wow, you look amazing. You don't need to lose weight. You're good, right? But if you see me in 2018 and every year, basically in the last 5 years, in my YouTube channel, Marco DC, and my Marco DC2, I've got a Marco DC2 channel, but mainly on my Marco DC channel, on YouTube and even on TikTok, you're going to see me be very fit and thin sometimes, and then other times I'm going to look a little bit bigger, not too bad. I'm still going to be very beautiful though. I still prefer the bigger videos over the smaller ones, but in general I have looks that go from all the sides of the spectrum. But I've been, every year there's a time period where I get very, very thin and very gorgeous. So everybody's beautiful. You don't have to be thin to be gorgeous. But anyway, so I really want to lose weight. Now, and people are like, well, you're thin, you don't need to. If you look at me at my peak points in time, where I was very, very thin, I looked amazing. No, that's all like I don't look amazing now. I actually look pretty good. I must say I'm looking pretty good. But like I looked really, really good at those times. And I'm getting to that point now. I mean, I have a bit of a stomach, but otherwise I'm good. But I want to fit into the shirts I used to fit into. Now I know people are like, well, you have a long way to go. Those shirts don't fit. And I still don't know how I fit into them because I look like, I think I gained maybe 20 pounds or 15 pounds. So I need to lose about 5 or 10 pounds, 15 pounds to be at my ideal weight. But yeah, so in general, it's not really, something to be concerned about. I mean, I could do videos like this. I look amazing. I look like a huge star right now, like the biggest star ever, like Madonna in her heyday, and like Wendy Williams in her heyday, and all these people in their heyday. But I already do look like that, so there's no reason why I need to lose weight. But I kind of want to just have a flat stomach, so I don't even have to wear like Skims to ever worry about my weight. Like, and I don't worry about my weight. I'm pretty confident about it. But I don't want to even have to wear Skims or whatever they call them to make you look slimmer. I want to just naturally look very, very slim. If you saw Katy Perry in the video, is it TGIF or Teenage Dream or whatever? She's very thin there, and I mean maybe she's got Skims on or whatever they call it. Maybe she's got that on. I don't know. Maybe she's got something like a corset or something, which is possible because a lot of summers probably do that. But I want to look like how she did in Teenage Dreams without any effort, without any kind of device to make you look thinner, right? Anyway, that's that. So I am working towards that. I'm going to diet and exercise and be really fit. I'm very thin, and I already am, so there's no real reason to worry about it. Kudos to me. All right, yes, and if you want the same thing, you can do it. You're just like me. You all love me. You guys are all great. I motivate. You motivate. Yay, You guys are just as good as me, some of you. So, I mean, and some of you are better and worse, slightly or whatever, right? So you guys are all good, right? I'm the best looking person in the world. I tie with the best people. There's people that tie me, and they're gorgeous too, right? Anyway, and I'm gorgeous as a guy and a girl. Okay, so anyway, the other topic I was going to discuss is feminism. Now, feminism doesn't work for everybody. Not everyone's a feminist, and not everyone wants to be. But in general nowadays, I think we've gone to the point where, I mean, if you're like me, you've seen a lot of people in relationships where the man is in charge and it's abusive and all this. That has to not happen, right? And we also see a lot of women know that many men want them and like them and want them for X, and so they know they can do better, right? With the combination of past abuses and different things with their parents and different things that we've seen with their parents and different things that we've seen in culture back in the day, we know that women mainly want to have a better man almost all the time, and they want no abuse. So in order to do that, they need to earn their own money. They need to earn their own living. They need to earn, and some of them do much lots of them do way better than men, right? With social media especially. But so they need to earn their own living, they need to earn their own money, they need to be able to have luxuries even without men. And they also want men to provide for them, right? They want men to give them the things they need so that they don't have to worry about things as much, because if they have men giving them things, they can feel good about that, and they don't have to worry. They still want to earn their own money though, but if they're having men give them money, then they can feel more free, because some women are very, very good at men giving them money, right? So some women can get men to give them money all the time, right? So if they can do that, they don't even need to have an income, but as long as they save all that money and keep it for themselves and do very well, right? Anyway, so in general, feminism, I mean, traditional way, very good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with traditional life. There's nothing wrong with having a man because you're traditionally the type of woman that he'd want, and you're a traditional woman, and you do things traditionally, and you are someone that does things traditionally. There's nothing wrong with that. The only problem is that a lot of men and women that do that, if the woman decides she wants better, or she feels she's trapped, or she feels there's got to be more out there. I mean, a lot of women don't want the traditional life because they know that they would rather have something, that they would rather do what men do, where they seek out a relationship for more than what they're getting now, right? So in general, both can work in society. People do both, definitely, in society now. It's not like traditional has gone away, and but I think in general, especially if you've been with someone for 10 years and you are extremely traditional and you have like no skills and you aren't able to take care of yourself, and the man leaves you for somebody else or whatever, that sucks, right? So a lot of women are aware of this, and they feel like traditional is not going to benefit them, because they know that if the man chooses to leave, they're going to be helpless and have nothing, right? So a lot of women know that they want to have more money. They want to have a man that's going to help them be more self-sufficient and provide for themselves rather than the men do it. And I agree too that you can have a mix, a combination. So if you want a traditional relationship with someone and you're still a feminist, but you want that traditional relationship because you feel the traditional part is a good thing, but then you want someone to provide for you, but you also want to have your own job, that's important too, right? But this whole thing about tradition versus non-tradition, all that, I mean, if you put it into real practice or with real people, you're going to see people do all sorts of things, all kinds of things, and it's not always just traditional. It's not always just feminism. I think in general nowadays people want to be able to get out of a relationship if it's bad. So if you're very traditional, you're not going to have that option, because you basically have one person that you've been with, and you have to just deal with whatever they give you, right? Whether that's lack of money, whether it might not be that, but whether it's lack of money or whether they abuse you, you have to just settle for that because you can't pay for yourself, right? So in general, tradition is not a bad thing, really. Tradition is really not a bad thing. Neither is feminism. But if we have options, the more options you have, the better. Now the thing is, a lot of people are like, well, why would you want to just be like, well, I can do better. Obviously at some point you can do better, but you kind of want to stick with someone, right? Some people don't, but some people do, right? So if you want to stick with someone, maybe you've dated lots and you already have your own job as a girl, so then why would you have you basically have been a feminist all your life. Maybe you want to seek tradition, but I mean the point is, with all these things and whatever clips and Candace Owens and all these people, they talk about all these things, but really, feminism has worked for a long time, because feminism has been, for at least in recent times, feminism has been something that people can do to better themselves. Really, it's tough. And to find a good man these days, there are good men out there. I mean, I look for both men and women today. If you want to date me, message me. But I haven't been in an open marriage. But if you want a good man out there, it can be it can be daunting because a lot of men might be abusive. There's obviously there's less of that than good guys out there, but some men are very abusive. Some men don't have any money. Some men want you to be stuck jobless, right? So most women don't want that, right? And some women do, and some women don't care, or some women find the perfect match and they know the guy's going to be a provider all their lives, so they don't worry, right? But in general, it's something that we all must grapple with and figure out how we want to live, right? So and I think traditional can work, and people are traditional lots of times, and people don't mind being not working and having a life where the man takes care of everything, because it does happen and people do find that. But in general, I think feminism is the new way, because people can't help but think, well, what if my man loses his job, or what if my man is abusive and I have to leave, or what if my man doesn't want to pay for me anymore, what if he has an affair? Then you're stuck, right? Anyway, thank you guys, and bye now. Bye.